Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
How's it going, everyone?
Hey, I'm here with Chris from T3 Medias and Walt. I'm Larice, and we are talking about Emergence.
Ooh, good.
Are you commenting on our own stream, Walt?
I was just testing it.
8 Improv is Walt. That's who's commenting.
I'll send my own comment.
Okay.
Emily.
Grit Trumbo, what's up?
What's up, Grant?
Not likely contained in one season. Well, we're hoping for another season, but there's still no word on season 2.
Tell all your friends.
Yeah. So what did you think? If you want, we could start at the end, like the most climactic part.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There was an explosion. That was pretty cool.
Should we hashtag spoiler alert first? Because it's.
I mean, it's been 24 hours.
Oh,
they've reached.
That's all you then.
Yeah. I mean, not quite 24 hours. I think 22 hours. Yeah, 22 hours.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it within the first 24 hours, then that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is on the like the Facebook pages and places like that. It's like, well, we give you 24 hours. After that, you know, it's your own fault if you see spoilers.
Right. Exactly.
Or at least the first weekend for a movie release, like the first weekend, opening weekend. Past that, but yeah. So the ending. Who is this woman at the end?
We don't know.
The mystery woman.
The as I call her, is she trying to be the new Emily? That's what I'm afraid of.
The one that she killed.
Sounds worse.
She's worse. She had a gas mask or whatever, a bomb mask on the bed.
Emily just wanted a daughter. Like,
yeah, Emily just created.
She's crazy. This girl sounds like
exactly.
Emily created a mini me with Piper. She was like, I want myself.
That's crazy.
Right now, it seems like the real villain has revealed themselves, and it's
right.
Like, what organ is this? The FBI? Is this a shadow organization?
I'm starting to think it's a shadow organization because FBI at first I thought they were part of it, and now.
And is Agent Ryan in both?
Agent Ryan.
There's my theory. That's my theory. I think he's a part of. I think he works with her.
Like, what was he doing at the plant there at the end?
Yeah, where'd he come from?
He was just there all of a sudden.
Well, they got the intel, but she beat him to it, and that was their intention from the beginning. They said, well, we can just go ahead of the FBI. We'll follow the FBI, and we'll get whatever information they have, and then we'll beat them to it because we know a little bit more than them. So.
Right. Well, he was just too nice all of a sudden. Like the way he was trying to make everybody's guard go down by acting very innocent and apologetic throughout the episode. I from the moment he started doing that, I said, no, there's something up with this guy. He's like, they can't be introducing another love triangle.
Well, they had Allison or Joe checking him out, and I'm like, that's what I put a
Joe
tweet.
And Chris. Yeah.
Like, which one are you shipping? We got 3 guys now.
Joe
exactly.
And Chris.
Alex, Benny, Ryan.
Yeah.
We don't even have a season 2, but we got a
quad.
Square,
a quad,
a triangle, a love square,
a love square. And so Emily, did she override the fatal exception at the end there? Is that what she said?
Not Emily. I think
the new mystery woman.
No, I think she did it to herself.
For Piper.
Piper, I think
Piper got a gift. She got a gift.
Yeah, but I think,
and then she was glowing. I think
the gift was supposed to take her out.
I think I agree. The gift was supposed to, because that's what she was doing in the beginning. She was making the AI aware to shut it down, and she seemed sad about it. But then she smiled and I was like, that's her intention. She wants Piper. If you won't love me, you won't get to live. So I think that's what the gift was intended to do. But Piper has evolved beyond.
She figured it out, and
I thought Emily was so vindictive. It's like, if I can't have her, nobody will.
Nobody
kind of
can. Yeah.
That's how I read it. Yeah,
that's my dating strategy.
Yeah, and Piper already overwrote the first
from
the primary
the red books.
The red books, blue books. Yeah,
blue book.
That's why I felt like it wasn't going to work.
Right.
Yeah.
But does she? So she knows now, and I guess they all know that she's not human.
So what does that mean? I guess that's the question. What does that mean for the future, moving forward? Now that she's aware,
I'm not sure what it means for her. She seems to be fine with it. Seems like it was a moment there. We thought she was going to explode. She started to glow.
She was gonna explode.
She was radiating lights. It was like a neon light coming from her body, and everyone was freaking out.
I thought she was starting to believe.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, really.
And I know I know it's your first time. I think hosting it on the stream, but every comment that comes in, if you click on it, that'll display it at the bottom.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There you go. So now we can see what they see.
Yeah.
So if you want to, if the comments come in, we can display them out there and we can address them directly.
That's awesome.
So
but one thing I did notice, there was the mask on the bed when Wilkis went to the hotel room. The woman said, I think she was part of that bomb squad.
That's one of the gas masks, whatever it was. That's what they were wearing in the.
It was some type of mask.
Yeah.
And then she said to Wilkis, "You took something that doesn't belong to you." And he didn't take Piper.
No.
What did he take?
He was nervous about something, because you remember how when he came back to the hotel, probably for his 7th shower, he was ready for he was already with the excuses. Hey, look, I tried and I did. He was very scared. So there was something going on with that.
Something was going, and Benny got beat up again. Every episode, he gets hurt.
Yeah, he doesn't have a good track record.
And he left him out there. He hit him and left him.
Yeah,
we don't know where Benny is now, right?
No, he just probably left him stranded in the middle of nowhere. You're probably going to walk back to Joe's house.
Well, that's what happens when you admit that you can't change a tire. Kabong! You get gotta know how to do that skill. But that was you're right. That's like what, the 3rd or 4th time he got, because he got knocked out by Piper. Then now again with the crowbar.
He got shot.
He got shot. Yes.
Yeah. With his friend in the car.
Not a good week.
He got in a fight. Yeah, he chased after the guy, April's killer. He chased after her, got in a fight with him.
Right.
I think after the crowbar to the head, I would have been done. I'm like, you know what? This story is not worth it.
Done.
I think Wilkis deserved what he got, because he was so stupid to go back to that same hotel room.
Yes.
What? He's supposed to be the smart guy.
That's what you get for ditching Benny.
Book smarts don't save your life.
Must have been amazing.
Yeah, book smarts have their limits.
Yeah, those little soaps. Oh yeah, I go back to collect it out of other rooms too.
Yeah, that makes no sense. So I would say, okay, take the car and keep going and go disappear somewhere, but not the same space. That's just lazy.
Even geniuses, I guess, can be,
it's hubris, I guess.
Especially he'd gone to these great extents and taken such precaution in.
Didn't he live in like a bunker, like a house? Wasn't his house
7 stories? Yeah, 7 stories underground.
Why wouldn't he go back there?
Well, I think they found him there because that's where all the cops came and showed up. So
that's right. It was compromised.
So that place, they figured out where that place was.
Yeah, he should have returned back to that hotel.
Now you seem to think that Emily did not kill Kindred. She wasn't.
I noticed that conversation when Joe came to arrest her. He said, you destroyed your father's company and then you killed him. And she said, I only did one of those things.
I know. She didn't specify which one.
She never specified exactly which one
it was. You think that was an admission of guilt?
Right. I thought it was an admission of guilt, but I'm not going to say I killed the guy to a cop. That's why I read it. Because she was saying I did one of those things. Clearly, she didn't burn down the buildings, right?
I don't know.
If the other group, was that group that came in at the end? Were they there to burn things down? Because I don't think we saw them. Did we see them do that?
They put a bomb in there, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. They had the bomb. So that's right, the bomb. So they. So
yeah.
if the fire began from a bomb, then yes, I took it that she was only confessing to maybe the arson. But I don't think she was the one. I think I thought it was Emily, but now I believe whoever our new mystery villain is, I think she did that to Emily's father.
Yeah, I mean, she could be responsible, but remember, Emily was responsible and probably had a hand in liquefying the other bodies, the other people in the past. Although that could possibly have been Kindred. So that liquefying thing is a thing. I don't know if that
I'm pretty sure that was Emily the whole time. Because we thought it was Kindred.
To liquefying anybody?
No, but her guys, remember the bodies that pretended to be Piper's parents when they were in the morgue, and Joe went to check on them. They came out as just a bloody goop.
I'm starting to think that that group of people has nothing to do with Emily. Now I'm starting to believe. Now it made it seem like Emily was this mastermind that was smarter than her father, was sending these people. I think only person that she directly hired was that hitman that tried to kill the reporter.
Well, unless we got it backwards, and like they were using her, you know,
or that
letting her think she's calling the shots, type of thing, to kind of get what they need out of her, whatever that is.
Right.
She's the evil genius of herself.
What did Joe say? Are these guys with you? And she's absolutely. I think she said absolutely not. Or
right.
She said no, but she's not exactly trustworthy at this point.
Yeah,
she's a good liar, but
she's basically living at that facility. She wasn't expecting it to be blown up.
She has such an arrogance that I think she wouldn't have lied about if she would have done it. I think at that point, I don't know. Maybe it's smart to, you know what, I know I killed my father, but I'm not going to confess it to a cop. Ooh. Maybe that was the case, but honestly, the way she delivered it, I'm thinking she only did the fire, and everybody else around her is doing all the killings. The new bad guy that we haven't learned about yet. I think the whole time that's who's really been pulling the strings.
Grant Trumbo says, anybody notice the arm in the case?
Little baby hand.
The baby arm.
That Emily had. She's had all like body parts
she was growing it. She was growing a new Emily.
New Piper.
Not a new, mini Emily.
Well, technically a new Emily.
This technically. Wow, that brings us to another thing. This episode blew the doors open on the theory that Piper was a young version of Joe or Joe's mother.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
That's gone now.
Or Emily's mother. Yeah.
That's why I said jump aboard, get on the Emily train, because it's all about Emily right now.
Yeah.
The mom knows more than what she's letting on.
Yeah.
I think the mom is somehow.
Now, will Piper grow up to be an adult because she's like living tissue?
Well, that's one of the questions Joe had for her.
Is she
human, right? She wanted to know, is she going to grow?
Right.
I don't know if she ever got the answers.
Will she ever clean her room? Like,
yeah, I don't know if you could ground somebody that can throw you across the room with her head.
I would definitely make sure it could clean things. That would be great.
If anything, we might get an episode where, 10 years in the future or something like that, and the actress who plays Emily will be playing a future version of Piper. They'll make her paint her hair a little bit and make her look a little younger, and maybe they might do a what if type of an episode,
or vice versa, do a flashback and have the actress playing Piper play a young Emily, kind of show her origin story.
That was crazy.
Where she found out where the dad issues all came from. You know what? Dad, I'll just make a robot myself.
Right. See those science fair projects, but
Red Ribbon again. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take over the world.
What was that opening scene again? Was that the Emily's?
I think that was how Emily communicates with Piper, although we saw in an episode previously that she was communicating with her through some type of AR goggles.
Right.
But this, she was talking to like a bot.
Oh, that's right.
Because she was in the facility.
She's testing out the kill switch.
She had more capabilities at her disposal.
With all these
more technology.
What if it turns out that Emily isn't even real?
Yeah. I was waiting for Kindred to be a robot.
I thought about that. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought she could be AI. I thought maybe Kindred could be AI, as you said.
Maybe they just wiped out. Maybe those things only melt AI, like the robots.
That's another theory. People have brought that up.
Maybe those two.
They only melt the robots.
Were robots too, of sorts.
Yep.
Was Kendrick? Yeah. So Kendrick's he was melted in the prison when that pill was given.
We never saw him. Like we never saw the guy walking out. Definitely not Kindred though.
We saw someone walking out, and we saw the guy trying to put it in his mouth, and then it panned away, and then it showed the ground, and you see feet leaving, and they had shoes on. They didn't look like what Kindred was wearing.
Well, he could have thrown the other guy's clothes on.
Yeah, he could have put them on. It was pretty fast. Right. But then Joe confirmed that he had been liquefied in his cell. Now, what could be is he did escape, and they thought the liquid was Kindred when it was really the guard, and there could be a cover up there too. So Kindred could be out there, but it sounded like they identified it as Kindred. I just wonder if that's an interesting theory that a lot of people I've seen mention, that it could possibly be if anyone who's been liquefied is an AI.
An AI. It would explain to me why they needed a whole neighborhood. They could have had all those houses and whatnot set up because they had a whole like bunch of
neighborhood
families and of AIs. A lot of them probably escaped, and this organization, now that we know who the real puppet master is, are coming out. They're rounding them all up and trying to get these.
And they're killing. They're burning down Auger, all of their site locations.
You know what that neighborhood reminds me of?
They killed the robot dogs.
You ever see that John Travolta? I think it's John Travolta. Inhumane. He goes to a movie where they import these two guys, they kidnap them and bring them to Russia, and it's a town in the middle of Russia or Soviet Union. It's like late 80s, 90s. That is like where they're training spies to be American, but it's very 1950s. So they bring John Travolta and I forget who else it is to kind of a buddy comedy to go in and just kind of interact with people and teach them how to be modern Americans.
Spy camp.
Yeah. But I remember that kind of like, this isolated, we're training people how to be people kind of a town, suburbia and didn't go well, so clearly they abandoned it. But I'm surprised they would like abandon it and not burn it down.
It looked like military housing.
Right.
Yes. Grant wants to know who owned the plane that crashed.
Did they ever mention that in part? I think they did. I'm gonna have to rewatch episode 1.
I thought they said it was Auger.
Yeah, I thought that was Kindred's plane.
I think, or maybe it was heavily implied. I don't know if it was officially confirmed.
But it was, you're right. It was implied. It
was like one of the third-party companies that they own, subsidiary or whatnot. Oh, you got another comment there.
You're liking Evil. Yeah, Evil's fun. I like Evil too.
Evil has got crazy this week. Last week. Yeah. So is this the end till the holidays?
No. They have another. This part of the problem with this show is it's very much designed like a binge show, and it's really hard to do the format that they're doing because they're not doing an episode.
They're spoiled by Netflix.
Yeah, because when
I agree. I feel like if they're gonna, I feel like if they are gonna pull it from ABC, they should give it to Hulu. Since they own that, and just make it a binge show.
That way, at least,
it feels better that way.
That way, well, Hulu is like, I think for Castle Rock and for a couple of their other shows, what they do is they're not releasing them all at once, but they release maybe the first 3.
Right.
So you can watch the first 3, and then weekly they do them after that. Yeah. So that works really well because you're not just getting an hour or whatever, 40 minutes, and then waiting 2 weeks because some music awards are on or it's a holiday. You're not getting these big gaps because with the style of storytelling that they're doing, it's really hard because the end of one episode almost picks up like a movie at the beginning of the next episode.
The next episode, exactly. I don't know, was it you or was somebody else in the Emergence group, Facebook group that mentioned something like that that the 2-week interruptions and it
hurts the ratings.
It's throwing us off and whatnot. It's especially on a show that's slipping into ratings. Now if it's slipping in ratings and then you're disrupting the flow of it at the same time, it's only going to hurt it even more. So give it to one of your streaming services, Disney Plus, Hulu, something to give it or do what all the fans have been saying since day one. Put it on Thursday and give it a chance on a time slot that this show fits.
Yeah, 8 or 9 o'clock would be better, I think. Definitely,
or earlier. Yeah, I read an article the other day that said that this time slot was designed to get more people to watch ABC on Tuesdays, and because the ratings were already slipping on that time. So that's why
they put it in a time slot that was already dead.
That was already dead, exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, don't punish the show.
It's not the show's fault. And why would you put something that's so expensive to produce? Obviously, a high budget production. You're going to gamble with it, and
it might have worked. If it would have worked, they would have looked like geniuses. But obviously, it's not the show's. I feel like it's not the show's fault. It's So if they give it a season 2, they should move it because I feel like they're just punishing the fans.
Yeah, well, we have to get a season 2 first.
We were talking about this last time. Is there anything that is not like family friendly enough for an 8 o'clock slot.
Well, I think the liquidation of like liquefying
but
bodies.
You don't see anything. There's sci-fi stuff, but you don't see anything.
Well, if they
even the
violence we did see the murder of
melted gummy bears.
We saw Wilkis get killed at the end. It's a little scary. There's some adult content in there, but I think it's fine. They have Prodigal Son at 9 o'clock, and it's a lot more graphic.
Ohio State for the win.
Yeah, Prodigal Son on Fox at 9 o'clock. That's a great show too. But that's at 9 o'clock. This show can be at 9 o'clock because this is like watching Mickey Mouse.
I would concur with Ohio State.
So Ohio State,
because they're revealing a lot of stuff. Like this is our third kind of
Emergence
big thing.
Is a solid series. Hard to say where we'll go next. I really wonder if this show will go past one season. They are revealing big things quickly in the series, which is interesting. I agree. They are revealing a lot.
Are these people like Men in Black, maybe like Deep State, Shadow,
right?
X-Files, Smoking Man again.
They're definitely secret. They're not on the books.
Right.
What was that organization called in Scandal?
PBS.
What's a PBS?
Scandal?
What was that the secret organization?
Oh, B8, B16,
something 13 or something.
B316,
B13,
B13.
B13.
It feels like
B613. B613.
It feels like something like that.
I can't figure out my hat backwards in the.
What?
I'm trying to like arrange my hat, but like watch, we're backwards. Like I'm actually over there.
Oh yeah, don't mess with that.
And like it's all centered. It's bothering me. But
oh shoot!
Nope.
What happened? We lost.
There. Oh,
there we go.
We're here.
All right.
Did you remove them from the
screen?
No,
I didn't. I went to go click on the chat and it just disappeared.
Crypto Media says it should be on PBS.
Total noob at this. What PBS?
That would be funny. Right after the nature documentary, we have Emergence.
Mid-season replacement for Downton Abbey.
It could do fine on CBS. Actually, I think it might be more suited.
It has a CBS feel to it
because you have the cops and a family and the older guy, kind of like Blue Bloods, but with a supernatural twist to it.
Right,
and that does so well. They love those.
Evil feels edgy for CBS.
It does. It does. It's very edgy. But
much
that's
darker.
Evil being on Fox before it bought it. I can see
feels like a Fox show. Yeah.
It feels like a Fox show. That's there. You know what? That should be another topic right there. Why does this show feel like that network and this other show feels like another network? I
usually don't like a lot of CBS shows because they have that certain feel.
I think Fox actually originally had this. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I think so because I remember seeing something at the bottom of one of their trailers or teasers or promotional videos at the bottom saying it was produced. And ABC may have acquired it when they acquired Fox.
Right.
So
a lot of networks do that.
So technically, it could have originally been a Fox show.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Exactly.
ABC and Fox are essentially the same thing at this point because Disney owns both of them.
Right. And like for example, Friends. Friends is Warner Brothers property, but a lot of people don't realize that. But it was on NBC.
Right.
But a lot of studios, even though they have a network, they don't always air their own properties. They sell them off to other networks.
Right. Yeah.
You're right. It could be a Fox or 20th Century Fox produced show. I'm gonna look into that.
So I did look up the American chestnut.
Chestnut.
I don't know why that upset me when I heard that.
So apparently, so
it's the name of the episode.
1904, they discovered the fungus because of I didn't specifically talk about the Japanese fungus being the reason, or the Japanese chestnut being the reason.
Yeah, like
so they said 3 to 4 billion trees died over the first half of the century, and there's very few trees left from back then.
This is what Wilkis was talking about.
Yeah.
When he hit Benny over the head, he thinks that Piper's a Terminator. He thinks that it's the beginning of Skynet, basically.
Right.
I feel like his concern is not unfounded. Just like that whole the tree metaphor. Once Piper becomes self-aware and doesn't care and just still wants to. I mean, when will the whole assimilation and the replacement of the human race begin? I mean, this is like a whole new. I mean, this isn't or this could be the next evolution. You know, they might. Go ahead.
Oh no! What you were saying before, you were saying, what does it mean for her now?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. When it comes to Piper, I know obviously because she's the star and she's the focus, she's the hero. Obviously, hopefully, in the end, she won't ever like turn. I feel like if we get more seasons, there's going to be an episode or two, or maybe a whole season arc where Piper turns and for a while and has and needs to and is the villain for a while and has to be brought back, whether it's by reprogramming or whether it's by just self the whole evolution thing. I am the next stage. Humans' time are over. I'm the next stage in human evolution, kind of a thing. It can go anywhere. This show.
Well, we don't know what happened, and she seemed pretty upset when they took her to the base. Well, what looks like the base where she used to live, because Alex took her on this little field trip, and she went. She found the house, the house with the hole in it. She said she felt horrible. She said something about people were chasing her and doing bad things. So there was something that prompted that.
Right.
What could be the next?
So how long until she realizes that human beings are just too damaged and flawed to survive, and and we need to be replaced?
Right.
Was it Asimov? Isaac Asimov? That no, he's not the writer. Was he the who wrote I, Robot?
Oh, I forget.
I'll look it up, but I know it's just like every robot AI type story out there. Yeah.
Poor thing had a Pinocchio
forget
complex. She kind of has that going for her too. She wants
Grant
to be.
Timbo has another question. It looks like.
Yeah, Ed's cancer is still an issue. Why did they include the situation? I think we're going to get to that. I think that there's going to be something that brings that into play. I don't think that was done without a purpose.
Does he mean why did they include or why didn't they include that situation in this episode? Because they didn't really talk about it much in this episode.
No, I think that's kind of just sitting up there.
Yeah,
that's just kind of sitting and shelved for the moment because Joe and Ed started to get in conflict with each other. And there's some tension between Joe and Ed and Joe and Alex right now because she won't tell them everything about Piper. So they are not happy with her.
Oh my God, that's the one thing that hit home. If I'm the kind of guy that would put my what would I do in that situation kind of self into the moment, that was the one thing that irked me the most. The whole do as I say, not as I do. Everybody around you is trying to be trying to help, be fair, and lend a hand. I understand it from a cop point of view of this information is classified. I can't tell the public because it might hurt the investigation of the case. But this is a different situation where by keeping everybody in the dark, you would had people walking into a buzzsaw situation, and they wouldn't have even known why did these people attack my house? Why
is she glowing?
Why is she? Yeah, why is this?
I don't think she keep it a secret at this point. I think next episode.
I
don't think there is reason now. She didn't want Piper to self-destruct because because the AI would shut itself down, but it didn't. So now that's not a danger, I think she can tell them.
Now it's time to let it all out. That was the one part. That's the one part of the plot that I just don't feel is truthful. I mean, or maybe I'm just thinking too much about it. It
feels forced.
Yeah, if it's
for sure.
I don't see putting my family in danger just to keep the AI secret. Me personally, I probably would have told my family what was going on and begged them not to tell Piper. Just if she finds out, she'll probably self-destruct. But telling her ex-husband, her daughter, their dad was fair, and that's why I felt like his anger was justified because she took the choice away from them, and these people trying to kill them are still coming.
They're still coming.
So please tell me why.
Yeah, might as well clue them in as to what exactly is happening.
Right.
If you keep them in the dark for so long.
Right.
I can understand that.
What felt forced to me is
I think they needed some tension, but go ahead.
Alex and Joe called a truce for this episode.
Right.
But Dad and Joe didn't. And all of a sudden Dad just seemed kind of fine this episode, like nothing ever happened. As if they had a talk, but it was a little too much.
They had a good.
We're getting through it. They had a look, but it still felt like
it's a girl's birthday. They didn't want to.
Well, yeah.
He was like,
I get that.
I can stay behind if you want, and he was like, no, go ahead. And he was like, oh, and I think he appreciated that. And that one little moment, I don't know. I feel like, they always say, well, guys, I guess we can water under the bridge faster. I guess I don't know. It feels like the fight between her and her ex are going to be drawn out a little bit longer than him and the father and the ex-son-in-law. I don't know. I don't know.
I guess kind of playing off your point though, I think because the father-daughter felt a little forced it feels weird that it was resolved. Like if he felt really that strong about it, it felt, you know what I mean? That was kind of
they needed to put some type of conflict.
It felt like it resolved quickly
in there because
without explanation.
Well, he knows his daughter. I guess maybe he's just at a certain age you could say that's my daughter, that she is who she is. But a spouse or an ex-spouse, I don't know.
I'm still waiting for Dad to like come out as like he's the real villain of the show.
I would be
because
so
it's Clancy
mad.
Brown, it's Lex Luthor.
So mad.
You know,
that would suck.
He plays so many bad guys, and I'm still not used to him playing
father,
the sappy dying father. You know, right. And I'm expecting something to happen, but click that because this is a good point.
Okay,
I was the one who got rid of all those trees in the.
Yeah, right. That's right.
I melted people.
It was me the whole time.
That's right.
We all
have our secrets, don't we?
Who is this YouTuber? How do you say this name?
Oh, that's Ohio State for the win.
Varsity Ohio State? Or?
Varsity Ohio. I'm also surprised they decided to kill
Vicky from Ohio
Richard
State.
Kindred, so Alan so quickly.
We don't know that Richard Kindred's definitely dead,
we just saw the feet walking away.
He's definitely got a sore throat.
There's enough of there's enough of a gray area on that subject as far as I'm concerned.
The breath mint strips. That's what I call those things. They look like those little breath mint strips. You put them in your mouth and they make you melt.
Under your lip.
At least you don't have bad breath anymore.
Yeah.
Other things might smell, but we don't know. At this point, I don't trust anything. They're constantly misleading us in this show.
Yeah.
And they're trying to.
Has Emergence had what we dubbed a butterfly episode yet? I don't think any of that. I don't feel like any of these episodes have been fillers.
No fillers.
No.
That's one thing I like about this show.
Well, that's why it feels like more like a Netflix show, like a binge-worthy type show. It one goes to the next.
Feels like a movie.
They're semi-episodic. You know, they definitely have a beginning, middle, end.
Yeah,
but they go right from the next. Yeah.
It keeps building, and if they aired at least several weeks in a row, it'd be great. But since they're taking all these breaks every week or so, every other week, it's a problem. It's a big problem.
It's like it's a speed bump. It's a hiccup, and it's just jarring. You know, yeah.
People forget. You forget. You're like, wait, what happened? I've totally forgot. Even if you watch the short little 1 minute recap, you still forget what happened.
I feel like even and I hope they don't. Even if they cancel this show, I feel like this is one of those shows that can be resurrected. I feel like if because building on what you were about to say about how binge worthy it is, once they wrap a whole season, and I feel like people who are curious about it, I'll get to it later.
Yeah,
right.
Once they do and they watch the whole thing, just like when Family Guy was canceled and brought back, and all these other shows
people binge it on Hulu this summer.
I bet you that this could survive a cancellation. At least I hope. I hope we don't cancel it at all. But if it does, I think it's possible that it could survive it or go to another network.
There's another one here.
Another comment.
I think, I would agree with Richard.
Because it could be Kindred still the one holding or pulling all the shots. Still, that we kind of dismissed maybe too easily that he was being fooled by Emily the whole time.
Right.
Maybe there was more to this, more going on.
Does he write these scripts?
It does. It is kind of like his fairy tale type thing.
They're actually explaining a few things, so I wouldn't put because he will not explain anything.
If the mighty Emily will be so kind to give us all the answers.
The show has.
You're always asking Chris, what is your obsession with Emily?
No, this show has a lot of producers and a few different writers, I believe.
It feels that way.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of producers. It's a big production.
I want to say it reminds you of X-Files in some ways, but a lot of times episode to episode, the writing style is very different.
Right. Well, Evil is more formatted closer to X-Files.
Yeah.
Is it the writing, or you mean the direct? I mean,
I'm saying like the writing from episode to episode has
There's different. There's most.
Well, when you hit a mythology arc, but when you're not doing mythology, X-Files has their own separate anthology episodes that are really related, and they act like whatever happened in the mythology never even happened. Right. So it's very frustrating.
Yeah, this is more connected to that.
Everything is connected. It's like the beginning and the end of a movie, almost. And then it goes right into the next movie. So it's like we're watching mini movies. It's great. It's very cinematic. And this is why television on this level on different platforms does so well, because you're watching a really long movie, basically.
Right.
But it's hard. They break it up. But yeah, if Kindred is still alive, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I don't know if anyone is really dead. And we also have the theory, as we talked about earlier, that maybe Kindred is an AI. It's possible Emily built her father, like the real father wasn't there for her, right? So maybe she built a father for her.
A daddy billionaire bot.
Yeah, because the father wasn't there for her, so she built her own dad.
I mean,
or maybe he died and she
maybe he died and then she kept us.
She could have killed him and then rebuilt him.
Killed him, or he had a heart attack a while ago, and
a spin-off prequel.
She kept that she hid that and hurried up and created a
right, because they're pushing the idea that she created Piper to fill in that void of being abandoned. That's what she confessed to Piper in the last episode, the previous episode. My father wasn't there for me when I was around your age. And she basically took her story and replaced it with from what Joe's story was about her mom leaving, and replaced it with her sob story, that her father wasn't around when she was 10. So she was lonely and all this other stuff. And her father didn't let her get near him. Sorry.
Right.
So she built it. There's so many different ways they could go. I feel like we just started to get some answers, and then we're like, who is this woman? We're like, what?
It is ABC Studios.
We have a little bit of a lost moment there where it's like, oh, we're not going to answer that. We're giving you new characters.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll find out. Although they will say with this, I almost want to say with sometimes the show, maybe they give us too much too soon,
Yeah, like this new villain that just revealed herself this episode. I could have, if this is a traditional, how many episodes per season? If it's
I think 13 right now. The traditional is 20, 24.
That's traditional. But
I think they have 13 ordered right now.
I would have wanted that person to reveal themselves on the last episode of in the season finale. That would have been good for me. But I mean, on the 8th episode? Then that means that means this person probably has a boss, and that person probably has a boss.
Right.
Now, real quick, Ohio State, did you watch last night? Did you see the show last night? Because we think Piper knows she's an AI now.
She said she knew who she was.
Yeah.
She learned who she was, and she was like, whatever.
Now, that could be a lie, what she was told in the programming.
We don't know what it was she was told in the program. We really don't.
Did she say knew who I am or what I am?
She said, I found out who I was.
Okay.
Right.
After glowing.
The cube was like, I'm not real, and just shut it all down.
Right, immediately, seconds, not even.
It's like, why did you give that Piper, a body, and you put me in a cube? I'm out of here.
Oh man, that's why she gets stuck in a cube. That sucks.
Don't put Piper in a box.
Never
don't put Piper in a corner.
Don't put Piper in a box in the corner.
That's right.
Well, you got to put me in this box and tell me what to be.
So,
because Mark Bezos, what was it? Is it
Jeff
Bezos? His will be done. His Amazon will.
That's right.
Put you in a
Piper delivered it the same day.
Exactly.
What's this one?
What does it say there?
Piper will eventually battle evildoers.
Yeah.
Evildoers.
Like eventually she's going to be like 100 years in the future with the girl from the passage, and the two of them together, and they'll be at that wall together.
Oh, I wanted season 2 of that so bad.
I'm so mad.
Yeah. And that's what, my tradition used to be that I wouldn't invest in a show from the beginning anymore, because shows usually get one season and then cancel them, and then I get upset.
On networks, but
I started with the Emergence from day one, and now I'm just hoping that
we give a lot of new shows a chance this couple months season, and it's a lot of time that I hope we're not wasting. But I'm entertained. I'm not complaining.
What do we have? We have there's Evil, there's Emergence, there's All Rise. There's which one?
Prodigal Son,
and is it Stumptown?
Stumptown, yeah.
These are the new shows that I'm
How is Stumptown? I haven't gotten into that yet.
It's really good. And it feels like a Fox. It's a Fox property, and it feels like a Fox show. It's it's a Fox. No, it's a Fox property, but it's not on Fox. It's on ABC.
Oh, okay.
Well,
it feels like a Fox show, but it's on ABC. And it's pretty funny though.
Is that a Shonda Rhimes show? Stumptown?
Shonda usually does an ABC. She does more like the
from
Scandal.
Right.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played Robin in How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, she's in there.
No.
Oh no, the showrunner, the writer.
Grey's Anatomy, Scandal.
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh, he can look that up. One thing that I thought was interesting with Piper battling evildoers, we initially thought that's what she was designed for. Obviously, that's not what she was designed for. She was just designed to love Emily.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of interesting. How was she designed? You design someone to love you, but you also design that person to blow things up. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. I mean, see, they're always like misleading us.
I would have done it for free.
Yeah. She's like, well, I'm going to make her love me, but she has to have special powers too.
Exactly. Because if my Amazon Prime package is 1 day late, I'm gonna have Piper, make the truck fly up in the air. I feel like she's gonna abuse Piper's powers a lot.
She can't, as long as she can't touch my cupcake, I'm good. Like, if she took my cupcake and made that explode, I'd be really mad.
Like, Piper, the line at Starbucks is too long for mommy. Oh, don't worry, mommy.
Here come your cake pops. Here comes your cake pops.
Oh, I can't figure it out.
The only thing left are the sticks. Oh, damn it!
Exactly.
What a ripoff those things
like
are.
That's exactly what Emily would be doing every episode, every week. Like if she would have won Piper's love, she probably would have enrolled her in middle school or in high school. The principal would have been like, "We're having a problem with Piper. She's not, she's bullying the other students," and and then would have all gone downhill from there.
Yeah.
Who knows what that episode would have looked like if Emily would have won and Piper would have got. That's just
she wanted to take her to a carnival and get her ice cream and do fun stuff. It sounds like she just wanted a friend. She's just lonely. Just go adopt a child.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Get some cats. Come on.
I almost am upset that Piper did not go with her.
Actually, dogs are even more like, get a few cats and at least 2 dogs.
I thought it was actually too clean that Piper figured it out that quick and did not go with her at the end of that episode.
It would have been very interesting if Piper would have been gone a couple of episodes.
I almost didn't like that choice.
Yeah.
I love the kind of the good feel of the show, but again, that's why I keep thinking like this needs to be an 8 o'clock show. It's too good. In feel and tone, it feels too good.
Piper needs to go wrong.
It's not dark enough for 10 o'clock. It needs
to get darker.
I feel like that's a good direction. It's interesting and I feel like they will address that. If Piper goes rogue or turns or gets corrupted by an outside force or something, that would be totally interesting. Could you imagine the drama? Her new sister not even being able to reason with her or nothing being able to get through to her until
she tries to assimilate Mia.
Yeah. It turns out we have another comment here. Here I was watching it in the background, was working on something else, also planning a rewatch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one takes I actually was watching the background and I stopped and went, okay, I really need to pay attention.
We rewound it.
I missed a whole bunch of missed stuff that was important.
Wait, because stuff happens really fast, and that's one of the shows you can't have in the background.
I wasn't paying attention, didn't pick up on the fact at first that the first factory that they showed up at was the one with the crazy dogs.
Robot dogs.
Yeah, that they were actually in. So, I've been here before.
I missed that the first time
around. And then, what's his name saying, well, I missed all the cool stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Chris.
That was the best part of the episode. He's like, oh, man, I wish I would have saw the robot dogs.
I like Chris in this episode.
I miss robot dogs.
I missed that, too. Keeps hearing about things.
Like, exactly. Was he there when Piper was glowing? I don't even think he was there then. He missed that.
No. That's right.
She started. You know what?
Is Chris even real?
He's in on the secret, though. Chris knows that.
Chris does know the
truth.
She
did tell him that Piper was AI.
And that was a full body. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, and he was at that moment where he was like, got it. All right.
But he keeps getting all this secondhand information. He has plausible deniability. Like, Mr. Officer Chris, did you actually witness Piper glowing as a legend? No, I didn't.
No.
He's not a good witness. He's not a good witness.
He wasn't there for the washing machine dancing across the room.
Didn't see anything.
Everyone that saw everything.
Sounds like a Disney cartoon if you don't see it.
For all we know.
Disney cartoon.
The wash machine was dancing around the room.
Oh, like Beauty and the Beast. All the things come to life.
Yeah. Or like the Apprentice.
And they put the ooze in it.
Yeah. Right. You know your love.
No, that's definitely a show. That's why I always watch it twice, and that's why I'm always like, before we go into these live stream, right, I try to take as much notes as possible because you can easily miss things, and sometimes, like, I completely miss where you.
Grant's.
Oh, this one. Are you doing a Darth Vader impression?
Yeah, I'm trying to do Piper at the dark side. A little higher pitched, I guess.
I said from day one. Remember my first review? I said that Piper is a modern day Jedi.
Yeah,
that's true. She got stuff to move.
Right.
Exactly. And only through her anger will she grow stronger.
Yeah, like I said, I think they've gone too soft. Like what she did to Benny was so minor. Yeah, she threw the guy across the room. She could have done a whole lot more.
Oh yeah,
and she felt horrible.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that." I think they are.
Sorry.
Earphone.
But you know, it's a very much a nature versus nurture story because Joe is giving her heart and hanging out with Mia, and hanging out with a family, not with crazy Emily mom. That, you know, I think hanging out with crazy Emily mom, she end up being Darth Vader, but you know, without that, she's gonna end up being one of the good guys potentially. And,
imagine if she goes to public school and she
forget about it.
To be liked by the mean girls of the school and you know, starts having adolescence or something.
Start taking out the bullies.
Give the mean girls more power than they already have.
Exactly. No, I feel like Piper would join the mean girls.
Well, it could become a sitcom. So you have like the bully episode, and then Joe has to sit her down and says, "Okay, you know, they are mean girls, but you can't kill them." And,
why not?
You have to tolerate.
I would be up for the one where she actually stands up for the kid that's being bullied.
You need the Full House music at the end of the episode.
That I like to see because that's always a fun thing to watch.
If you told me that this was a reboot, an updated modern reboot version of the old TV show Small Wonder, I would have believed it.
Yeah. Like it's the 60-minute dramedy of Small Wonder.
Was it Vicky? Vicky, yes.
Vicky.
Yeah.
Evie was the girl who could freeze with her fingers. Out of this world, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Would you like to swing on a star?
I remember that, but I didn't watch that as much because Small Wonder was one of those shows that was, I think they'd have like 6 episodes per season or something like that.
Oh, that's it?
And they would just keep repeating them over and over and again. I would just watch them every time, the same episode.
It was like a Paramount show, right? It wasn't
it was Paramount or
one of the other episodes, like Channel 20.
I think it was like
DC.
Fox before it was technically Fox.
Like I think it was probably on Channel 11 here back in the day.
Yeah, it was one of those networks like
CW.
CW.
What's Channel 11 in your city? Was that CBS, Fox? What is that?
Oh, Channel 11. Like what's Channel 11 here was like Channel 20 in DC, WDCA.
Oh, WDCA.
Yeah, almost all the same shows.
DC area, so.
And we had like
in Houston, Channel.
We had a 5 that was like Fox, but yeah. What became CW? What was it used to be called?
WB.
No, before WB, Channel 11 was something else.
I forgot what it was called.
I don't remember.
Because Channel 11's been around forever.
In Houston, it's Channel 39 here in Houston.
Okay.
WB, then CW. I forgot what it was called before the WB. It was just Channel 39 for us.
That Piper goes to the dark side. Oh, no way that she goes to the dark side. No.
She will.
Well, like I said, if she goes to the dark side, it becomes Terminator.
Yeah.
You have Terminator.
Yeah.
Or do they keep it on the gray side, you know? They keep it gray. They keep it, she's always,
there's always a danger lingering.
I'm about the Star Wars geek out there. There's no such thing as grays.
That's right. Well, in the new thing, you got to have the balance of the light and the dark.
That's another new series that they have. See, there's so many good shows. Yeah,
Mandalorian's good,
and they have on HBO. They have his Dark Materials, which is also really, really good.
Let me just put my little thing out there for Lady and the Tramp, the reboot of Lady and the Tramp.
You watched it?
I think it's the best thing they've done yet. Where they took a cartoon.
Yourself?
Yeah,
better than Gargoyles.
I cried. Lady and the Tramp.
That's what you're watching on your phone
beautiful.
When you're like, I don't want to.
And the song they put in there so they don't culture appropriate the Siamese,
right?
The We Are Siamese song.
Oh,
which I used to love as a kid. I thought it was like one of the greatest songs that ever occurred to me.
Yeah,
and then they start singing a different song, but it was actually like one of the best things they've done. I think, like re-updating their, the new song because I didn't like the new song they had in Beauty and the Beast. There's all these other things. But Lady and the Tramp was actually really good.
Could go to Disney Plus. It could.
This could do Disney Plus.
it's weird. Like I think you had said before, it's hard if a show is free on network television, then you got to pay for it. It's kind of a weird transition. Yeah. I'm not sure, but they did that with other shows. They put them on the streaming platform.
I would say this show feels like an old Disney, like Sunday 8:00 special kind of a feel. Like it's family. Right. There's definitely family. Like back Escape from Witch Mountain had some dark stuff going on, have some scary people.
Well, Disney always has a little bit of a darkness to it.
Yeah, there's Black Cauldron. This is lighter than Black Cauldron, but that was dark.
It's lighter than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
and that was on today, right?
Yeah. So much lighter than S.H.I.E.L.D.
I haven't caught up to that show. The latest episode. I need to catch up to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm a season and a half behind.
Yeah, they're on a break right now, but they'll be back. I think they're about to finish up.
The futuristic season kind of started to lose me. It was actually kind of good. But
Ghost Rider was so good.
Yeah, the first half of that season was perfect. I'm like, where are they going? They ruined it. But I love the Ghost Rider.
I bailed after like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Couldn't get into the
first season was okay. The second and third were great, I thought.
Yeah.
And they were tying into Captain America movies a little bit more.
That's the only thing that really kind of kept me interested.
Yeah.
There was the tide of the Avengers, but then I couldn't keep me interested enough. I like Coulson, but the other characters, wasn't crazy about it. I gotta really like the characters to be into it. But all these characters on this show are very likable, and Allison is great and it's just really good. Is kind of the lead in the show because she has a comic ability. She has these great comic timing, so she keeps it a little bit on the lighter side, and I think a lot of that has to do with her and her style. And it's the whole cast. I think it's fun, and they write it a little bit lighter when the heavier stuff isn't happening. They write it to be funny. So I mean, when we went and saw this and they screened the episode at New York Comic Con, people were laughing. It was great. I mean, it was fun watching it it's always fun to watch a show with a bunch of fans. That's always so much fun.
Especially with the 2 young girls there, watching the scenes with the girls.
Yeah, the girls. Yeah. Well, the girls stole the show at the panel because they're just adorable.
Yeah.
But yes, so I feel like the show has everything, and it's really, really good storytelling. I just hope that they continue. We did start a little campaign. It's a little bit early to do it, but we started anyways. We started doing a hashtag renew Emergence, started tagging ABC Studios. I don't know if it'll make a difference or not, but that's a good way to help.
I'll lend my voice on
try to get the message
on my outlet as well at T3 Medias. I'll definitely I'll join that campaign.
Yeah, because when I was live tweeting last night, I did hashtag Emergence, hashtag renew Emergence. So I put them together. A couple people didn't even realize that it was, it was in danger of being canceled. I said, you need to watch the show and tell everyone you know about it because every little bit helps. So
I see nobody's commented about Agent Ryan yet. Agent Ryan, one of the good guys.
He's no Cooper. He's no Dale Cooper. He came in. I was like, who is this? Dale Cooper?
Yeah.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I don't trust him yet. I think he
came in very Dale Cooper-ish, and then I thought, nope, this isn't Dale Cooper.
Yeah.
Did you like the way the police station assistant, I forgot her name.
What was up with that? Daphne?
That was weird.
The moment he walked in, just did not like that. To me, was an indication that he cannot be trusted.
Well, there's always this thing, and I don't know if it exists in reality, but I'm assuming it does because these TV shows, they must know something. There's always this conflict when the feds show up, they kind of take over the case.
But that's usually between the detectives, cops, the investigators, not the clerk.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, we have a
not
fed
the
here.
File clerk.
Why is the fed, the fed comes in and just takes everything over and hijacks, once they take it, you don't have access anymore. And you get angry, you're like, the feds showed up and
if
they took over this case. Right now they have Emily in custody, so they don't have access to Emily anymore, and they can't use that. And that's why they wanted to get to her first, because they didn't want the feds to come in and swoop her out.
Right.
And that's exactly what they did. So
there is a recurring theme, though. Every time
Chris was
keeps secrets from somebody, it blows up in her face.
Literally
every time. She just will. That's the definition of insanity. She's not learning the lesson. But I guess maybe one day.
Trusting the right people, not trusting the right people.
Yeah.
But I have no regrets for Wilkes. But
Wilkis.
Yeah. I will say the biggest difference in this
coming.
one. Yeah, they had it coming. Biggest difference between her and Emily, this new person, is this person will get her hands dirty. You know, even with the coding, she having
did it herself.
Do kind of the dirty work on the coding.
She killed him in cold blood there.
Just
slit his throat. I think
you haven't seen it yet.
They didn't show it. They just They show the after, but
they showed the knife coming out from over the shoulder. You
could
see the knives there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean
it happened so fast. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
me either. Yeah.
I said, "Oh, he's dead." You said you anticipated it, but I wasn't expecting it. But they killed him off. They killed off.
I thought as soon as he went back to that hotel room, he was a dead man.
Okay.
As soon as I saw him going, like, what? He went to that same hotel room.
Right.
Why would he do that?
I knew he was a goner after the 7th shower. I was like, oh no, this guy's got it covered.
Yeah.
With the water bill.
Bite me comment. What does that mean? The piper goes to the dark side.
Bite me. Who are we biting?
Who are we biting?
Or we're biting you, but for
what's this? She seems like she doesn't like anybody or anything. Who? Are we talking about Joe?
No, I think the clerk.
Oh, the clerk.
Yeah. She's a pissy desk pencil pusher.
And because of it, I'm telling you, I feel like I feel like it's an instinct thing. I think she can sense it because even Joe started to sense it. He's been lowering our guard since day one, being extra friendly. And
right away, he was kind of saying he wanted to get information on Emily and all this situation about Auger. Then he gets there into the police station. Then it gets to the root of what he was there for. They want Wilkis.
Right.
So yeah,
how do they know he's alive?
Possibly. And
who's
how
leaking?
There's something else someone brought up.
Go ahead, you first.
Emily's mom mentioned Chris's name, but nobody knew who she. Like, how did she know his name?
Mm-hmm.
But she knew who he was. That's why I think Emily's mom knows more than what she was letting on.
I have a theory.
Oh, theory? Here we go.
What's her name? The clerk.
Daphne.
The reason Daphne is acting like that, she knows Agent Ryan.
She knows.
She's the reason Agent Ryan knows Wilkes is alive.
There has to be a reason.
She's the leak.
You think she's a leak or plant?
So
she's a mole.
She was upset to see him in the office
she's
as if
mole.
you don't trust me to do my job.
Oh
another
because there's more to it. As if they dated before.
I thought maybe she just thought he was hot.
Yeah, but that.
And then Joe's reaction.
That's obvious.
But couldn't be pissed by that? There was definitely
some people
a tension.
react differently if they don't know how to act. They're like, oh.
I mean, look what happened in the coffee shop. I mean, the friend was like, "That guy's checking me out," and he was like, "Oh no, I'm here for Joe."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He was like, "I wasn't looking at you anyway."
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Yeah. Are we not entertaining you?
I'm getting old.
Oh,
I don't know about you guys. I know I have to head to.
It's Thanksgiving Eve, so.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we got one more comment. Oh wait, no, that's it.
One.
Oh, okay, we'll wrap this up.
Well,
but
have a good
I guess
holiday.
The question is, we'll end us on what's next for Emily because the feds have her.
Right.
ABC, don't give us a turkey. Keep the show going.
Yeah, we have the next episode airing December 10th, so no episode next week. And then it's the mid-season finale, I guess. The winter finale, they're calling it.
Yeah.
So we have 2 weeks to watch, and then we watch that, and then we're off until probably January. So maybe people will binge it because it'll be on Hulu. What were we saying? I'm sorry.
You said hashtag save Emergence or renew?
Renew Emergence.
Right.
Hashtag renew Emergence. Right. So, but yeah, have a good Thanksgiving, and everyone have a happy Thanksgiving weekend. And we'll do another stream after the next episode.
Yeah. Awesome. Woohoo.
Bye, guys.
See you soon. Hey, man, have a good holiday.
All right.
Enjoy the family.
Thanks for talking to us, Chris. And we'll talk to you guys on our next stream.
Sweet.
All right. Take care.
Ciao.
All right. There we go. We're good.
We